The latest update on how the offensive line's progressing?
Work in progress. I mean, we're not there yet. You know, and it's good competition out there, and it's really good because we've got I think a very good defensive line. I think our defensive line is much further along right now than they were this time last year. And so, you know, sometimes it can be a little hard to gauge, but you know, we're mixing and matching a lot of different guys, trying to just see different combinations, but a long way away from being championship caliber yet, but making progress.
Would you like to see Battle kind of grab hold of that left tackle job?
I'd love to. But, you know, he's got to have more sense of urgency to him. I mean, he's got all the talent, you know, but, you know, I'm not would say I'm just over the top pleased with him with his performance this spring. He's just inconsistent. You know, it's really just you know, having the focus and the drive every day to be your best. That's really it. And until he commits to that, he's not ever going to be what he's capable of being. But you know, he's just coming off his freshman year, and we got high expectations on him. And you know, he just still got a ways to go. But you know, we got a lot of work left to do and a lot of time. But he's going to be a good player. You know, I don't have any doubt about that. It's just a matter of when.
How difficult is that when you see a kid with all your ability and all the athleticism, and it's all in front of him, and you feel like he's not truly yet all in, and you're trying to get him to buy in? How hard is it to get a guy to work and commit off the field and the band's not playing?
Right. Well, that's a frustrating part of coaching, you know, and unfortunately, you know, I've been around a lot of guys that had all the ability in the world, but they just couldn't win with it. And at the end of the day, coaches are going to play the guys that give them a chance to win. It's not about who's the tallest or runs the fastest or jumps the highest. I mean, if it was all about that, I'd have never played. It's about guys that are going to be dependable and accountable and responsible. Those are the abilities that matter, not just ability. He's still got a ways to go in that area. But young player, and that's our job as coaches, is to get them there. But you know, at some point, they got to get out of the wheelchair. They got to get on their own 2 feet. You know, and that's part of it. Sometimes they come in here, we got to push them around a little bit in the wheelchair, and we put them on crutches, and that's okay too. But sooner or later, they got to be on their own feet, and they got to go. We've got him out of the wheelchair, but he's still got a couple crutches underneath his arms. But that's a frustrating part of coaching, is when you see guys that have it all, but they don't get it. And some of them figure it out, and they look back and they go, man, why did I wait so long to really commit to this? So like a Dwayne Allen, for example, perfect example. And then you have other guys that never figure it out, and they just, you know, they don't ever turn out to, you know, to be what we thought they could be or reach their potential as a person, and that's disappointing. But you know, that's life. And the flip side of that is there's nothing better than seeing a guy who just gives you every ounce of what he's got, and you see him get better and better and better and better and better. And that's to me the essence of coaching. There's been a lot of guys, like Philip Price. You know, I mean, when you start here on his 5th year, you know, probably as good a lineman as we had at that time. Rod McDowell, you know, another guy. Boys, he set himself up to really have a good year this year. So, you know, that's the fun thing. Or you see a guy like Dante Stewart. You know, here's a kid who walked on here you just get every ounce of everything he has every day. And he's so committed from a knowledge standpoint and a technical standpoint. And, you know, you see guys like that get better. That's what it's all about.